Hey there YouTubers, David Brown 1390. This is an update I showed about the boss for the tacho cable. These are the two O-rings that I mentioned in the last video, and then there's another O-ring here that goes in, then the tacho cable, and then you circle it. Now what happened is that this has disconnected from the sheath and now it's just spinning. So this is a new SpareX cable, and I've gone to the supplier out of the West Country somewhere. I don't usually use them, I use somebody else usually, but these guys were supposed to be the dog's proverbials. Anyway, they sent me all the wrong bits, and then they said to me, no, you've just done something wrong, you haven't attached it tight enough in here. But if that was just sitting on its own spinning, you span that with electric drill, that shouldn't break that from there. And the problem with SpareX is, this is my experience, is that you can't talk to them. Only the suppliers can talk to them. So once the suppliers said to you, it's all your fault, that's rubbish, then you ain't got a lot. So you got to get on with your supplier. They got to know you got to be their friend, kind of thing. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some instant gasket and some electrical tubing and some cable ties, and then I'm going to put a couple of what's called mending plates with holes in them, and I'm going to bolt it here and here, and then when that tries to spin, I'm going to get it, it's going to hit the block rather than shearing this off, because there's no way of getting it any tighter in here. So just to let you know that, you know, everything is going fine, but this design, and they say, the people that supplied it say, well, the design's no good. Well, I didn't design it, I didn't make it. Usually you have a screw thread on here, you know, and then that gets tight, whereas this thing can spin. It's only got the friction of that O-ring to stop it spinning, and then the main way it stops it is that this should be attached to here. Well, it's just not. So what's happened is, this, as this heats up and as this gets fatter in here and the friction spins on it, or whatever has gone on, or whether that's pushing on there because it's not made perfectly, or there's some wear somewhere, I don't know, but that there, if they were connected properly, this wouldn't happen. So the original cable that I had on here was the wrong cable, and it was loose and flopping around, but it never broke there. And if you've got an older cable, you're probably okay, because it's probably sort of got a bit of, they've worn themselves in together. But brand new SpareX cable, stick it on 1390, that might well just come apart there, and then the supplier will say, we've got nothing to do with us, and SpareX won't talk to you. So I'm going to try and fix it. If not, I'll have to buy another one, and I'll probably go to someone cheaper, online agri parts, or someone might use my local supplier, who's not cheap, but you know, he's got better backup service, and I can go and speak to him. But yeah, so it's either keep buying new cables or do what I'm going to do and clamp it. I'm fairly sure they go clockwise as you face down onto them. You can't really see in there very well, but what that means is that, you know, come from the cab side, it's going to try and twist that way. So, you know, not the other side of the fuel filter, and then you imagine it's going to try and go that way. Anyway, I won't delay you any longer. Thanks for watching.